Shit, I could have been anybody. Thank you, God. I'm blessed to know that I am him. Ooh. I completely understand why these niggas mad, motherfucker. I told you before. Why? Go get a bag, I sacrifice my blood, sweat, and tears for opportunities, speaking things into existence. True fruition, I can punch someone's clock for 20 years for a pension, or take a chance on myself and make a sound decision. Option number 2 sounds more I like it, cause with that choice, I can make my life more exciting. These hoes got delusions of grandeur and don't motherfucking care. I don't motherfucking care. Aorta made by Frigidaire. Norfolk nigga, but on the globe I've been about everywhere. Factuals. Up Temple still my favorite Nike Air. I love to wear. These niggas act like bitches. These bitches act like niggas. I just stay away from fuck shit and focus on my digits. Women lie, men lie, but the numbers don't pay attention. This recipe of mine is only from my kitchen. Lord knows I be chefing up, whipping, motherfucker, straightening this medicine. Here's your prescription. She loves the fact I speak with such precise diction, so the bird blew me down without a Twitter mention. Cold Perrier in the crystal glass on fizzle, playing Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation Fibble. I command you to go get you some money, some words from Young Jizzle. I document my life whenever I decide to scribble. Pay these weak niggas and dust. In God I trust. I need that cheese in the bread, piece of the stuffed crust. My mind can move mountains. Neurologically I'm really clutch, like the Black Mamba in the 4th quarter with the shooter's touch. I got that killer instinct. Westbrook Russ, rule of thumb: if you ain't fucking her, my nigga, don't fuss. Save your energy, do something productive. You know what's up. Take some time for self and get you together. That's a must. Right. I'm so grateful, thank God. Thank God. 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 Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Get testing. I'm here, y'all. Give me just a second. I'm up here sending out this link, letting people know I'm live right now. Sending out to specific people. You know, just letting them know that this boy Dope is live. Give me just a second. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna actually get into the show. I'm just sending the link out. If you're in the chat right now, if you're in the live stream,
Say what's up. Hit that like button. Feel free to comment down in the chat. Appreciate you pulling up. We gonna talk. It's story time. I don't do too many story times, but this one in particular I'm doing because it could possibly help someone. And we're gonna have some comic relief as well. Yeah, we gonna talk, y'all. Give me just a second. I'm trying to send this link out to a few people. Trying to think of my homie name. Cannot think of her daggone name. I want to send this one in particular, this live stream to her particular. Damn, I cannot think of her name right now. Lisa Queen B in the building. And what's up, Lise? How you doing on this Saturday? Hope you're all feeling good on this Saturday. I definitely am. It's a great Saturday. Was able to get some morning hoops in, and I done showered up, and I'm getting ready for this live stream. It took me a while to actually get to this particular live stream because I wanted to see how I was going to actually approach, talking about this subject. And I figured out how I would talk about it. I could still, get my message out there without giving up so much information. Of course, I'm not into, giving, all that people personal, sensitive, none of that stuff like that. But still convey my message and, get the point across that people can understand it for what I mean. But I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to send this daggone link out to a few people. Man. Give me just a second. Yes, it is a beautiful day today for sure. Yeah, beautiful day. The weather is nice. It's not too hot. It's a slight breeze. It's like in the 70s. Like anytime between 70 and 75 degrees is just perfect for me. Anything above that is a lot. It's too much. We got to take it on in. 99 and up and all that stuff. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not about to be outside when it's steaming. I'm trying to remember my homie name. Damn, I cannot think of my homie name. I had to hit her up the other day. We gonna get into it. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna spend much time trying to send a link out. I'll just send a link out after I finish, saying what I gotta say. I'm not gonna be too long with this live stream at all. My apologies for making, everybody wait so long that's been trying to actually hear what I got to say on this live stream. What, a couple of weeks or a week now, I've had this schedule, and I just kept changing the time and the dates and stuff because, life be lifing. But I got a little time today, and like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Oh, it's like 90 days. 90 isn't too bad, but it's definitely hot, especially if it's humid, for sure. So, y'all see the title. Don't tell no lies on me, and I won't tell truths about you. Of course, we heard that quote from Kendrick Lamar, and that's what he told Drake, with their whole back and forth. But I chose to use that quote in particular because a lot of times you find yourself in situations because somebody lied on you when you've done absolutely nothing wrong, all because of just your aura and who you are as a person. And this live stream is basically me telling you, if you're watching, don't change who you are for anybody. And of course it could be taken in so many ways, meaning, always be you and always be aware of your surroundings. And I'm just speaking for myself, I always go out of my way to make sure I'm a good person. I'm respectable to people. I'm positive. I'm making sure I meet them with respect in general. Never disrespect. never felt like I had to disrespect anybody. And if it had to get taken to that, like where I might have to say something disrespectful or say something that's just out of the way, then that's because I was met with disrespect. But right off the rip, that's not something I'm into. I'm not into disrespecting anybody or making anybody feel any kind of way about any situation. And these people that's on the thumbnail are the very people that I'm speaking about, as far as you have to watch out for these people. Evil, just evil, downright evil spirits. And we're going to get more into, their character when I pull up their pictures, and I'm just going to kind of give y'all a backstory so y'all can know what I mean by this and why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. Yes, it's definitely going to be a roasting session. We definitely going to have some fun. We're going to definitely joke. But like I always say, behind every joke is the truth. And in this situation in particular, these two people were solely responsible for, fucking with my livelihood, fucking with my money. And I wanted to share light on that because the situation happened a while back, months ago. But at the same time, I was just telling myself, I'm like, nah, I just can't let that rest. I can't let somebody get away with something like that, or let people walk around thinking that they unscathed and nobody ain't gonna say nothing, or nobody ain't gonna do nothing, or any of that matter. Now, of course, I've took the proper procedures of handling my business outside of the situation, outside of this, of course, but this is me using what I have and my abilities as to broadcasting and media, and I have a voice and I can say whatever it is I like to say in whatever expression on video. And when I thought about that, I was like, what better place to talk about it than the live stream? So these people that I brought up on the live stream, that you all see the pictures, which I found their pictures so you can put a face with it. So I'll just be using their name in a first name basis. I won't give you, last name and all that stuff, and job titles and all that other stuff. Of course, I'll just use first name basis and stuff. But the message will still be received. And I'm doing this live stream because, again, like I said, I just want to help somebody and let you know that you too can do something, even if it might seem insignificant to somebody else, but as long as you good with it. And I wanted to shed light on these individuals because I know it's a lot of this going on in workplace environments where you just come into work and you ain't really with all the extra bullshit. And that's just how I am. I'm more of a to myself type of person. I don't fuck with a lot of people. If we have general conversation, then that's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. But as far as me telling you personal information, because a lot of people like runny faucets, they'll let you know their whole life story and they just met you that day. Me, I'm not like that. I never open up and explain, how my life is or what my lifestyle is like with coworkers, because you just never know who's listening or who works for who, even though they're working, on the same job like you do. That's why I always keep that in my mind, that I don't give people the information. Now, these people right here that I'm speaking about that lied on me and shit like that, these people will tell you their information and tell you everything about their personal life. And you just sit back because, again, overall, I don't give a fuck. But that's information that I can use to apply to let people know what your character is like and how you operate and what kind of person you are. So we're gonna start. Mike Jones in the building. What's up, Mike? Lisa Queen B in the building. We up here.
Factuals.
Lisa Queen B in the building. Mike Jones in the building.
Factuals.
Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, Lisa, we gonna do some talking. We're gonna do some talking. Like I said, I ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna just pretty much, give y'all a little backstory. I'm not gonna give a detailed backstory, but just give y'all a gist of what's really going on and why you see these people up on the screen like that, the way I speak about them, the way I do. So I'm gonna give y'all the backstory and then we'll just do the character breakdowns. So of course, I met these individuals, working a particular job. And, meeting these people like anybody else I meet, I just, have general conversation, see how you are. Y'all know how it is when you coming on a gig. You just kind of trying to get a feel for everything and learn the employees and see what they talking about and seeing how they operate, seeing how the job goes, you know. So you really just it's just an experience in itself. And that's how it was when I met these two individuals. Because first of all, like just doing a particular training or whatever I was going through, and then at the end of the training, on like the last day, everybody from their departments and stuff, you know, picked up their new hires and stuff. But with me, I was the last to leave. Like these people came late. They weren't nowhere to be found. And then when they finally showed up, I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So that was already kind of like a red flag. I'm like, man, these people aren't even punctual. They're like, what is this? So again, took a little mental note of that. Now meeting these people. So I'm gonna bring pictures on the screen so y'all will have more of a understanding as to who I'm speaking about. So we got this witch right here. This is a actual witch. This witch in particular, was it this way or this way? Yeah. This witch in particular, her name is Sarah. And I'm using witch when I really want to say bitch, but I'll say witch. And I'm gonna let y'all know why I say she's a witch. So I met her. This person is pretty much over the whole department. So you know how that's gonna go. You know, you know what? We're gonna get to her last. I'm gonna start with her flunky first. I'm gonna start with the flunky first. So this person right here, this little whore right here, this little whore, this little mini man. So the picture doesn't do him any justice at all. He's short and little like that in person. He's little. He's a tiny little fucker. I say he about 5'3", maybe 5'4". He's a short. He's a tiny little fucker. This is Jorge. This little tamale is Jorge. This little tamale. So, and the thing about it, Elisa, he not even white. He's Spanish. But we can see what he tries to identify as. You know what I'm saying? He's this little fucker right here. His name is Jorge. So I meet this guy, right? You know, right off the back, you know, I'm hearing him talking. And you know how it is with supervisors and just coworkers in general. They see a black guy, so they feel like they gotta say a little slang or try to hang and try to kick it like they with the community or like they down like that. They trying to be down ass motherfuckers. You know how that go. So no, that's a fact. Some Spanish people more racist than white, but let them tell it. They're not racist at all. But we know it's more than me style every time. You just gotta read in between the lines, and that's a fact, Mike Jones. Yeah, so right, you saw her eyebrows, like so I'm meeting this guy, you know, right off the bat, you know, I'm listening to what he's saying and all this stuff. Yeah, man, you know, and one thing I want to say to look out for, which people probably like myself always listen. I'm a person that pay attention to detail, and I'm a firm believer if you let a person talk long enough to tell you everything you need to hear. So I'm meeting this dude, listening to all, you know, the stuff he got going on and what goes on at the warehouse and all that stuff where we'll be actually working at the actual location where we work at, all the stuff, you know, the little rundown and stuff like that. And then he makes it seem as if, you know, he's told me he's had altercations with people on the shipyard and different departments he's worked for and stuff, and he don't know why, and it just always seemed like people be attacking him. The people that always make it seem like people are attacking them, those the people you watch. Because why is it that everybody attacking you and you don't never do nothing wrong? But the more and more I listen to him talk and how he talk to people and how he go about things, I see why it was people trying to whoop his ass. I literally seen why it was people trying to whoop his ass. So I'm gonna tell you about this little fucker right here. So, like I said, I was working there for some months and stuff. Everything was all good. I was working with another supervisor that was showing me the ropes around the warehouse because, you know, they had that experience and they knew exactly the ins and outs. Taught me everything I knew. You know, got my knowledge up in the job title and everything was, everything was going up. Everything was up. Well, this little guy right here, he didn't like that. He had a problem with that. So much so that what he would do is he would know I got stuff going on. And I'm just grabbing various instances so y'all can get a pretty much an idea of what type of character this little guy has. With this short man complex, Napoleon complex, this Elvis looking motherfucker. He looked like a mini Elvis, a pocket Elvis. This little pocket Elvis. So this dude would know I have a lot of stuff going on. And what he would do was go out of his way to have me do a small insignificant job that he know it's no sense of urgency on when I got to get something else done on top of that. He'll try to go out of his way and try to throw his weight around like, well, I need you to do this, and I will always have to check and tell him like, bruh, I got to get this done. I got these things, to do before I can get to whatever it is you're speaking about. And every time I promise y'all, every time he would come to me, it was like whatever he trying to get me to do, it'd be some bullshit. It'd be some stupid ass shit he be trying to get me to do. And I strongly believe just because he felt like he was a supervisor, he could try to get me to do bullshit. So I will always say like, dog, like, I got this going on. I got to knock out this job I got going on right now before I get to any of that. And the jobs, and mind you, the jobs that he would have presented to me don't have nothing to do with our department or anything that we got going on. It's some side personal favor. He was a favor type cat. He was a small little whore that do favors for other people around the yard and stuff like where we worked at. So around the location we worked at, he was that type to do favors and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell y'all more about his character. So of course I'm working there for some months and stuff, and it was a particular, again, whenever it come to like little jobs, because he's very incompetent. He's not a smart individual at all. This is a very, very simple-minded individual. He's not smart at all. When you have a conversation with Lil Jorge, he has no kind of common sense and he lacks knowledge and he lacks comprehension skills, really more so than anything. He lacks comprehension skills. He's not bright. You really got to break stuff down to like the lowest molecule when you talking to this little guy right here. I'm like, well, damn. Okay, I know you short in stature, but your brain small too. He's a illiterate, stupid motherfucker. So, one job in particular, right? He comes into the area I'm working in, and he's like, "Yo, Steph, you think you can ride with me, to do some errands and stuff?" So I'm thinking to myself, all right, cool, not a problem, because I'm like, I'm trying to learn the location of where we working at and everything much more better. So fine, I'll take the ride, whatever. He asked me and another black guy that just got hired on as well. So he asked him as well. He asked me. So we was like, all right, cool. So we went and took the ride with him and stuff. Do you know this dude? So we riding around. He I guess he called himself trying to give us a tour. So he giving us a tour of the whole location of where we work at. So, we just all like, whatever the case is, it is what it is. It's hot. And again, this day was hot. So then we pulled to our last stop was the building that he used to work at. And, so we pull up in front of this building, right? And, he turns the car off again. It's hot. And he want to talk and kind of get his prep talk. Like, yeah, this is a guy, this building right here where I used to work at, where the hostile situation happened between me and another guy. And this is what I was telling y'all about. Mind you, the car is off. He turned the car off. I'm thinking to myself, why you couldn't tell us this with the AC on, man? So I'm looking at the other dude and I'm like, guys, I'm going to be walking through here carefully, and you're going to see why, I got the results I did when I used to work here. If I used to work here, I'm glad I don't work here no more. So basically, it was a flex. He was only bringing us to this particular building just to show the guys that he used to work with that he's somewhere else now and he all right. So it was like a flex type deal, but he had two black guys with him. He ain't go by himself with his whole ass. His whole ass ain't go by itself. He knew better. He know his little small miniature Elvis Presley looking ass couldn't go in there by himself. He couldn't go in there by himself. So we get out the truck, whatever. We go in this place. We walking around. We looking around. Nice building. A lot of stuff going on. You see people walking around. You see employees all up and down there. You know. So basically, because I'm looking at the whole time we walking with this dude. You know, he looking over his shoulder. All this little scary shit. And I'm like, "Why? What's up with this dude? What he got us going on? What he got us walking into?" That's where my mind going at. Because I'm watching him while he's walking through this building. And I ain't never been in this building before. So we walking through and all this other stuff. And, you know, he's saying what's up, I guess, to all the people he was actually cool with. The people that actually had a rapport with him. Which I don't see how anybody could fuck with him. You know, judging just by off of what kind of person he is. He's just a little rat, little weasel rat. So we walking around and then we finally make our last stop. And he's in a room with a lot of guys that I guess, like I said, he used to work with, that he had a rapport with. So they all in there talking. Oh, that's the part I left out. So we walking around the building, to go back a little bit. So we walking around the building and stuff. And I saw this kind of like, I saw this white dude kind of big, you know, you know, and he was staring in our direction. And everywhere we was walking in the building, I would see this white man walking across every time, mean mugging. Now again, when I'm seeing a white man mean mugging me, or if mean mugging in my direction everywhere I'm at, I'm thinking a certain kind of way. So I'm watching him. And I promise y'all, each and every time we walked in a different space in that building, I saw that same white man walking across from somewhere, whether he was walking across on the other side of the building where we was at, kind of like still being in our to still be visible, or he'd be walking close by like he was on the go somewhere else type shit. So I'm watching the white dude. I'm like, and I'm thinking, and I'm talking to the other black dude that we with, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, what's up with that white dude? He said, yo, I'm watching that white dude too. So he saw the same thing, because you know, black people, we gotta be on alert. You know what I'm saying? Especially the kind of industry we working in. We got to be on alert anyway. We always got to be on our P's and Q's. But then I thought about the little talk that this clown gave us in the truck. And I'm like, you know what? And I told him, I said, you know what? That's probably that white man that wanted to whoop his ass. He said, oh, I didn't even think about that. I said, yeah, because think about it. Everywhere we went with this sucker, he right there. He was like, damn, bro, you right on top of it. Okay. I said, yeah, but watch it. So fast forward back to where I was at, the last stop of the building, you know, pretty much where all the people that he has a rapport with was congregating at. That white dude, like I said, he was all throughout the building where we went at. Now this one was like the grand finale. Like this dude wanted to just be seen. He wanted this little fucker right here to say something to him. He just wanted him to. Because what he does is he just clean cross, just walk over by where we at. He just walked closer. He just walked by closer, and then start making rounds like he had so much going on around us and stuff. Because he just wanted this little fucker Jorge to say something to you. And what this dude do? Nothing. He had the button mouth. He didn't even mention the dude name. He ain't say nothing. Matter of fact, what he did was he did some whole shit. So he saw him at one point in time when we was walking in the building. He did one of these once the dude was already gone out the way. You know what what scary motherfuckers do. Oh man, that little weak. Yeah, I can't stand that motherfucker right there. That's that motherfucker right there. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, you scary as fuck, bro. So fast forward, we in a little place, you know, before we heading out. And like I said, the white dude walked closer because he really wanted this little fucker to say something to him. What he do? He got all scary. Oh, all right, guys. Yeah, it was nice seeing you guys. All right, we're out of here. You would have thought this nigga, he ain't have on steel toes. That nigga had on some goddamn Puma, some Puma running shoes. That nigga had smoke behind his shit. Like We had to catch up to him. He was outside so fast. I was like, bro, why this nigga walking so fast? Because he knew he was gonna get that ass beat. He knew he was gonna get that ass. He knew that the white dude wanted to whoop his ass. And now that I know what kind of person he was, person he is, and once I found that out for the shit that he did, him and that witch did, man, I would have goddamn jumped in on that white dude, stomping him out. They would have saw some unity in there. They were like, yeah, damn, you seen that goddamn white man, that black man stomping that motherfucking Spanish man and beating his ass. He would have been stomping that motherfucker out so bad. I would have had to run over there like, hold on. This is how you do it. Man, that dude scary ass was outside. He ain't waste no time. That whole ass nigga. That motherfucker was outside scary as hell. And then when we go outside, he pulled a Smokey. Yeah, he might tell me shut up right now, but when he gone, I'll be talking again. He did one of those. We get in the truck. That's when he want to be motherfucking Rambo. That's when he tough Tony and all that other jazz. It's weird. That's when I knew then this was a scary whore. So again, took that mental note. Because mind you, this clown ain't had no issue with me all up until I told him, bro, why you be trying to have me do? And again, I don't even know what I said. Bro is just a term I use for any and everybody I come across. None of these motherfuckers is my brother. So I was just like, man, why you be trying to get me to do little sides of knowing I got stuff I got going on and stuff? Well, yeah, and well, you know, I'm your supervisor, so you know, we go. Man, never mind that. That stuff don't mean anything. That don't mean nothing at all. Just because you my supervisor don't mean you can just have me on dummy missions. Which 9 times out of 10, if it's something he trying to get me to do, it's a dummy mission. And he talks shit. He like a little woman. He talks shit about everybody, but the scariest little bitch. The scariest little bitch all around. He like the size he is in this picture. That's how tall he is for real, y'all. I shit y'all not. And he wore Saucony. I think they were Sauconys. He wore Saucony steel toe boots, but them bitches looked like wrestling shoes, and they was long as shit. They folded in the front when that little bitch was walking. I listen, y'all. I'm not making this shit up, man. I promise y'all. Every time this little bitch came to work, he looked like a motherfucking luchador wrestler. He looked like Rey Mysterio. He looked like he was about to do the. Well, we know he ain't getting aggressive. So the toughest thing this bitch probably do is the Macarena. That's the toughest thing he probably do is the Macarena. This little hoe ass dude right here. So what this hoe ass dude do? He goes. So, and again, I'm leaving out a lot of others because I don't want to go into detail of the actual situation about what happened. But so I'm making this. I'm pretty much speaking on this and saying this as far as when it comes to supervisors, because a lot of times we'll be on jobs and you got supervisors, you know, like this dickhead that feel like just because they're in a certain title that people are supposed to bow down and, you know, forget about principles and morals and standards and pretty much your manhood and your livelihood, all because they got a title. No, I've never been that type of person, and I'm not finna be that type of person today. And that's just something that a little whore like this couldn't understand. That was his biggest issue. He was little, mentally and stature wise. He just wasn't. He was a chump. And the little witch that I showed y'all first scared of her. I mean, we talking about a guy that lets his loved one cut his hair. We talking about that kind of guy. she give him haircuts. Not the witch I was showing y'all, but his loved one. Give him haircuts. I said, she do what? Yeah, man, she lined me up. Haircut fucked up. Haircut fucked up. I mean, edge up, all no shape up. Really fucked this man head up. And he walking around with a fucked up haircut. Smoking on a plastic dick. Those little vapes and those little vape shaped like male anatomy. He's smoking on those. Always got one of them in his mouth. And so when the time came when we actually had a meeting for pretty much some procedures on how we was gonna move some material, this dude, let me tell y'all how much of a hoe this dude is, right? So I showed y'all the witch first, so because we're gonna get to her. So we sitting in this meeting. I'm sitting back, just listening to the bullshit they say, because I really hated the meetings because everybody would sit around and just be trying to kiss her ass. And I don't know why everybody was trying to kiss her funky ass. I don't know why. It was a funny looking creature she was. But this dude in particular was kissing her ass. So I'm sitting there listening to the little BS she said, because she's come, the type of bride she was, she would come to us with a problem, and then when we come with a solution and she felt like it wasn't good enough when it really solved the problem she had in the first place, she'll try to scrap it because it want an idea of hers. She that type of bitch. And excuse my French, I know I slipped out, but she that type of bitch. She that type of bitch. She that type of bitch. So we in that meeting, the meeting over with, all this, that, and the third. Like I said, me and her had words in the meeting. It won't nothing heated or anything. She asked a question. I was telling her I had a solution for it. She cuts me off. So I ain't say nothing else. I leaned back and let her continue to talk and ain't say nothing the duration of that meeting. And then the meeting was over. Then once the meeting was over, this little whore right here, Jorge, it's crazy. His name Jorge. He is a whore. Jorge gonna go in the admin and be throwing a bitch fit to them, talking about I was disrespecting her when she sat back there and was disrespecting me by not letting me talk when I was trying to give her a solution to the problem she had in the first place. But he told me, yeah, when she talking, you need to be silent. You don't need to be talking when she's speaking. I'm like, dude, I was talking. She cut me off. What are you talking about? But see, that's the little game she played with him, because he's such a whore. He could be talking. She'll cut him off and just let him, and he'll let her run free. Yeah, she talked shit about him in his face and everything. Said that he drove a skateboard and everything. Talking about the man car, all that stuff. Because it do look like he drive Hot Wheels. It is like a little Hot Wheels. He's a little person that drives in a little car. So it does look like, she called it a skateboard. I at least give him credit, as far as, I'll say, I ain't gonna say his car was a Hot Wheel, because, every time I turn around, he always complaining about he has something wrong with it. So we ain't gonna say it's some Hot Wheels. We'll just call it some cold wheels. Because every time I turn around, he having issues with it, he told me. So he was a little person with a little car. But that's neither here nor there. That was that was the first day meeting both of them clowns. So that's where the problem started. He felt I disrespected her because I won't go on for letting somebody disrespect me. So what this little whore do, he go and talk around everybody but me. And then when I go to him like a man and talk to him, he felt like I was intimidating his bitch ass. Man, you 5'3", 5'2". Anytime somebody that's 6 foot and over talk to you, you gonna feel like you intimidated because you a little bitch. You was a little fucking bitch. And right then and there, when that shit went down, I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this clown no more. He a whore. So So once that instance happened, once that situation happened, he knew I ain't fuck with him. And that's what most jobs, like, you know how it is when you go on jobs, everybody gets the same line of respect until they show you otherwise. And once that clown did that shit, I like, yeah, I don't respect this clown, because I already knew he was a fuck boy anyway because of how he was moving. I already knew he was a fuck boy. I knew right away he was a fuck boy. Soon, I'm talking about, y'all, soon as I seen shit that he was doing, which I'm not even gonna sit there and just run down a laundry list of just fuck shit that this clown did. I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this clown. And this somebody that tell he one of them talkative people that'll tell you all their business and you don't give a fuck, but you store in your memory bank because it all explains why they such a fuck ass person. So once that incident happened at the meeting, everything went downhill from there. The supervisor that I was cool with, you know what I'm saying, that showed me the ropes and stuff at the job, they sent him to another building like dummies. That was the stupidest thing ever. Why would you send somebody with experience somewhere for a make-believe job where it was already people at that location that was doing their job? So pretty much putting somebody in a place where it was already people working there is dumb. Y'all should have just came to a meeting and had an understanding. But putting somebody, and then that to me, that's like putting somebody in hot water when they don't have to be, because y'all sending him somewhere to sit and do something that somebody was already designated to do for another company. You pretty much telling them they ain't doing their job, but letting him take the scrutiny behind it instead of y'all. These are these type of people I'm talking about, y'all. These are these type of people, y'all. So once that situation happened at the meeting, this dude right here start really acting like a bitch. He really started acting like a fucking bitch. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this dude, okay, so after the meeting, like I said, a few days passed and stuff. I was, making my runs as far as, my job and stuff. And somebody had sent some material, but I didn't know nothing about it because I think I had took a day off or something happened. I took a day or something off. And I came back and some material that I working on was going to move, but ain't nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody give me no type of brief, nothing. Nobody briefed me on anything. I'm like, well, damn, why won't nobody tell me about anything that's moved in my working space where I'm at? Why would nobody tell me that? So like a man, I went to this whole ass dude. He started smacking his lips and rolling his eyes and just acting like a straight bitch. And I'm like, what's up with this clown?
No, don't talk to me. Just you run that by somebody.
He named other people that wasn't my supervisor, but he my supervisor. But he gonna refer me back to people that ain't my supervisor. That's how much of a fucking bitch this dude is. He's a fucking bitch. That white man should have slapped the shit out your ass. So fast forward, I like, all right, whatever, man. I come into work the next day. Do y'all know this fucker gave me 50, he gave me like a 50-page inventory sheet and told me to inventory a warehouse by myself. When you had already, again, it'd be people in a place that's designated to do a job there already. Not saying they could have did all by themselves, but you already had people over there. But you want me to go over to another location and do what by myself? A whole inventory, a whole warehouse by myself? I told the nigga I won't doing it. I won't. I'm not. And threw that whole shit in the trash. I'm not doing that shit. So then what he do, I guess he thought I would be intimidated, which I don't know why. He comes over there and make it and try to see if I'm doing what he asked me to do. And when he get over there, I'm sitting down. And I told him I ain't doing it. And looked at him.
Well, what you staring at me like that for? I feel intimidated. I feel
like a whore. So he goes and tells that fucking bitch, his boss, which is going to segue into bringing up this bitch. Now, this right here, I know I called her a witch, but the more and more I look at them fucking stupid ass fucking eyebrows, she's a bitch. Anytime I've been around people that was in the location where we worked at and her name was brought up, it always followed with the word bitch. And at the time, I didn't have no run-ins with her, but I'm assuming that these people that's actually encountered this bitch knew she was a bitch because how she acts. She's a bitch. Another bitch that has another bitch that gets some kind of title at a job where that's paying a significant amount of money, so she feel like she's above and she can do and say whatever she want to people. This type of bitch, stinking asshole. But you got people that worked alongside of her before she was any of that, and they knew she was a bitch then. Fast forward, she just a bitch in a position over people, which this is the wrong type of person to have over anybody. So when I say a segue into it, so Jorge bitch ass, he tells her what the interaction with me and him had. She hits me up and I tell her what happened. And this is the reason why I say she a bitch, because you asking me what happened, I'm telling you, but you really don't care what I got to say, because like in almost jobs, the supervisory staff, they're going to stick together regardless of the employee is telling the truth or not. But in this instance right here, where it was a situation where she don't know what's going on and didn't want to do the investigation, she's just gonna ride with whatever that bitch ass nigga said. And that's what she did. So that altercation happens. She comes up a few days later and says, yeah, we're going to move you to another department in the location you work in. I'm like, why y'all moving me for? Oh, because the supervisor said that y'all just, y'all don't get along and y'all just got too much bad blood and it's too hot. What? Again, y'all, this is why I say he's such a bitch ass dude. This is a hoe ass nigga. So they moved me to another department. And I worked there for about a good month or so, not even a month, a few weeks. And next thing you know, this fucking bitch right here lied. Well, she lied. Definitely this bitch lied. And took it up, I guess, over her boss to her boss, or I don't even think it was her boss. Took it to some fucking white dude. I don't even know who the white man name was on the paper. And them motherfuckers told me, yeah, they ended the contract. They ended my contract with the location, saying, and for the grounds of I was intimidating my supervisor and spreading lies. Well, not spreading lies. And speaking about his family in a negative connotation. That was the grounds for, them, terminating the contract and saying, and with those claims and the fact that, I was still in my like preliminary, probationary period too as well. And they used that as a vice to, get my contract terminated, which they knew that. They knew I was on my probationary period. So they conjured up something to present to, people above them of how I was such a terrible employee. Now, mind you, I was already working that place before they conjured up that BS for at least already 6 months. No issues, no problems. Always did a good job. They was getting ready to give me a reward. What was it? They call it a stars reward. They do monthly. It's kind of like some employee of the month type shit. But it was getting me to be like a contender. A nominee for it. It was nominating me for that because my supervisor had put it in for me. And that little bitch Jorge was agreeing with it at the time. Then all of a sudden, like I said, when people think you supposed to not stand for nothing and roll with anything, it's not stand for nothing and fall for anything, you don't do that, they have an issue with it. And I'm a firm believer you shouldn't let anybody walk all over you, especially if you stand for something. So she presented that to me, and I looked and read it, because when I got in there, she was like, here, sign this. And I'm like, I ain't signing that shit. The fuck I'm gonna sign a bunch of lies for? And y'all should have saw, I'm really shortening up what was actually said on there, but she wrote some really disgusting things, really nasty things up there, lying on my character. I never had an issue with anybody in that location that I worked with. Actually met some good people. Of course, you got fuck people everywhere. You got some negative people everywhere, but in any situation, you always can, leave out with something positive. So the things that she had wrote down on there, I just couldn't believe, like, wow. And who would actually sign off on that? But it didn't matter, because they used the means of the probationary period. And that's what, landed me in this situation, where they could use it and manipulate it any way they wanted to, by making it seem like the supervisor was a hoe and he was in fear of his life. And they played on that. They played on that, yo. So it resulted in, the contract being terminated, and they had me escorted, by MPs, and the rest from there was, it was just crazy. So I told that little, and this is a funky dog head bitch. This is a funky bitch right here. And I'm saying this on video, and I'm saying this on wax. And I'm definitely going to send this out to them to let them know I was talking about them, which if it had reached them already, I don't give a fuck. I want them to know I'm talking about them. They gonna know I'm talking about them because they pictures up here. And this is the same funky bitch, that be in niggas' faces trying to talk, always trying to have a conversation about some stuff, and they really got nothing going on. Weird ass broad. And this right here, this lady right here, is solely responsible, for fucking with my livelihood at that time, with her lies, her and Jorge. And I don't mind saying Jorge, because he is a whore. And I'm not spelling it the way he spelled his name. I'm spelling it like he's a whore. Hey, he's a whore. He's a whore. And she's a funky dog head bitch. Straight up. And I haven't really done videos where I'm just, talking about women and calling women all types of bitches. But when you see a bitch, you gotta point out a bitch. And when I say bitch, I want to put a face on it when I say she a bitch. This right here is the picture of a bitch. Stay away from a very toxic ass woman. Don't have nothing going on for herself at all. Definitely never will be wifed up. Not wifey material. She too messy. Don't take anything serious. And she only feeding the lies. And she only feeding the negativity and shit like that. So when motherfuckers used to see her coming in the location we worked at, motherfuckers, it was almost like Debo was coming, motherfuckers tightening up and acting like they were scared of what she could possibly do or what she could possibly say. But I was always that motherfucker that talked to her like the fucking regular person she is. I didn't look at her as like nobody above me or no shit like that. I gave the respect to her like I given anybody. But once you do some shit like that, I have no respect for you and I have zero fucks to give. So that's why I'm sitting right here right now doing a live broadcast calling you all types of bitches. Cause you's a bitch. I mean, it just is what it is. This is me basically, getting my side out as far as to what actually happened to me. Of course, it's a shorter version. I could sit down here all day long and get y'all detailed information, but I ain't got time for it because I ain't want to spend but so much. I mean, we almost an hour into this thing anyway, just because of just how intricate this situation is. But just the rundown of y'all, how y'all got, how we got here, as far as, these two people faces plastered on a thumbnail. These is two bitches. These is two bitches. And I wanted to be on the internet somewhere where they can find themselves and see that somebody is on the internet talking about them and letting the world know that they think they bitches. And they bitches. This lady don't have no respect for herself or anybody else. And when it's a person like that, how could you, come on, man, she got drawn on eyebrows, y'all. Look at this clown. And granted, this is an old picture. She look worse now. I mean, them edges is 8. Her edges is 8. She just messy, just a messy ass fucking bitch. And she and I'm gonna tell you how much of a fucking bitch she is too. So before it even got to the point where, she trying to get me to sign some bullshit like that, she actually had me in her office and we had a conversation. I was explaining to her in detail of what happened, and that shit fell on deaf ears. And that's why I'm calling you a bitch, because why would you have me even doing all that just to do what you was gonna do anyway? Yeah, you a bitch. Probably done fucked your way up to the top, got in a position, and now you here and people respecting you in that regard. When I don't even look at you in that regard as far as giving you any type of respect. I think you scum of the earth. You the shit at the bottom of somebody's shoe. A funky dog head bitch. Simple as that. So if ain't nobody told you that today, just know I'm letting you know that today, Sarah. You's a bitch. I'm gonna drop the link too, just in case anybody wanted to come up. Yeah, Sarah definitely a bitch. I mean, then just become walking around like Debo coming. Oh, nobody's scared of your fucking ass. That's why they lied and got me up. And this is why I say, with some racist shit. Never disrespected these people. Never came with any type of disrespect. Now that I think about it, but I got all the disrespect, and then I get all the lies put on me. So don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you. This is this instance right here. I mean, this silly goofy bitch, I'll be on lunch. This silly goofy bitch on a covert missions, trying to see where I'm going at, who I'm talking to, and reporting it to Jorge like he was gonna do something. He won't gonna do shit. His scary ass. Yeah, this is a bitch. It's a whore. Then fucked her way to the top. A messy hoe too. This is a messy. If y'all see this bitch run, this is a messy bitch. This bitch don't mean nobody well at all, but herself. She a keeping up with the Joneses type bitch. Like, this bitch don't have no kind of coof about herself. She don't conduct herself at all like a lady. She be trying to hang out and bang out like she one of the fellas and be looking the fuck stupid. And I was actually trying to get a person that I'm cool with on, so work in the location I'm at. I'm glad it didn't work out the way it did, and I won't nobody but God. This is a fucking witch, y'all. I believe this woman said she didn't believe in God at one point. I think, and it makes sense. She's a demon. A masculine woman, a demon. This is a bitch in the flesh. She will fuck with your livelihood. She one of them bitches that'll come back lying to you, making it seem like somebody was fucking with her when they won't fucking with her. And then you go out there on a dummy mission, lose your life, or end up behind bars behind this funky bitch. This is a fucking bitch, man. This is a lying, stank ass bitch. And one thing I don't like nobody lying on my motherfucking name, man. And once you do that, it's fuck you forever. Don't lie on my motherfucking name, especially when I ain't lying on you. But you lied and did something that could possibly fuck with my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, since then, you know, I've been good, and, you know, of course, you know, in a whole nother different situation, in a new situation. But I shed light on this one because somebody possibly was going through the same thing, man. The workplace shit, man, going through that, you know, having supervisors talking shit to you because they think they're your supervisor. You supposed to bow down and kiss the ground they walk on. No, ain't none of that. I'm a man first. You're going to respect me like I respect you. But the moment you do that, you become public enemy number one, which I'm cool with. Because that's just something you're going to have to deal with when you stand in that light of your own. But if you cower up and don't say nothing and ask for more shit, ask them to give you more shit, they're not going to do nothing but give you more shit. So I say all that to say this: stand for something. Because if you don't, you will fall for anything. And this was just a result of it. And I knew it would come down to that because I stood for something. I'm just not about to let anybody just do anything and how they way. No, fuck that. I ain't in the business of telling people some shit to make them feel good, especially when it comes to my motherfucking livelihood. I'm gonna call you out on that shit. I will have your motherfucking face plastered on a motherfucking live stream and talking. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a fuck. Because you know why? You don't give a fuck. So let's take it up a notch. So yeah, that situation happened. But now this situation happened when I got your fucking pictures up, roasting, and I'm talking shit. Simple as that. And again, it's gonna be a lot of that going on this channel. Oh yeah, I'm putting motherfuckers pictures because I need y'all to know and see the motherfucker I'm talking about. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of this going on this channel, where it's shit that I'm dealing with in real life, where it's fuck ass people in reality doing some fuck shit. I'm gonna shed light on that like I would shed light on these weirdos that be on the fucking internet. But see, the difference is, while I'm saying bitches and hoes and all that shit to these people, is because I actually had an interaction with these fuck ass people. They actually affected me as far as the reality side of things. These internet motherfuckers, I don't give a shit. They low light, they don't have nothing going on. That's why they do the goofy shit they do online. I don't give a fuck about niggas on the internet. I don't give a fuck what they say. It's internet. Motherfuckers make videos every day. I don't care about that shit. They weirdos. They nerds, they clowns, all that shit. So I don't give a shit what any motherfucker on the internet say about me, because they don't know me. Just like these cocksuckers that be in reality, they don't know me. They can have a perception of me, but motherfuckers don't know me, bruh. And that be the problem. That be 99.9% of the problem with cocksuckers like Sarah and Jorge. They think they be knowing people when they don't. So when they get different results that they get, they wondering how and why. Because motherfucker, you don't be knowing people. You don't know nobody. Because if you did, you wouldn't go about shit the way you do. And that's how you can always tell motherfuckers that ain't never been through nothing, because they do too much fuck shit. Because a motherfucker that did a lot of fuck shit, but shit came back around and they paid the consequences for that fuck shit, it's gonna be at a minimum they're gonna continue to do fuck shit because they know something coming around the corner. You can always tell motherfuckers they ain't been through shit because they do too much fuck shit. But this silly bitch and that whole ass nigga, yeah, you're gonna shed light on that. It's gonna be a whole lot of that. I'm putting people I'm putting just the person pictures up. I ain't putting family, none of that bullshit up and doing all that weird doxing shit. Nah, I'm putting the person up that lied or did any type of fuck shit. And I'm sending it to them, let them know I'm talking about them too. Yeah, I'm talking about you. See, I tell motherfuckers I got a show and I do podcasts and all that shit, right? But motherfuckers think I'm just talking about random topics or which at times I do or whatever. I do shows on whatever the fuck I want to talk about. But with this particular channel and what I'm speaking about, it's going to be a lot of live streams like this where I'm pulling up people's pictures in reality that done some fuck shit to me. And I don't give zero fucks how they feel or what they got to say. It's going to happen anyway. Bars.
Factuals.
So I say all that to say this, motherfuck them. They can eat shit. And that's really it. They definitely can eat shit. And it's definitely fuck them forever. Definitely fuck them forever.
Factuals.
I just had to shed light on them. You know, I won't give too much time. We already out in this thing. Time be flying when you're having fun. But I had to say something, but this little funky dog head bitch. This bitch got drawn on eyebrows, face. This bitch look like Miss Piggy for real. It's a toxic bitch. Y'all ever looked at a picture and can tell that a bitch toxic? Or can tell that a bitch weird as hell? Like, if this bitch really sunk this picture, I guess I'm using the Florida sunt. If this bitch really sunk this picture to a dude, he gonna be like, oh, nah, he ain't calling and texting this bitch back. She crazy. She look crazy. A basic ass bitch be trying to like how I look at her, she basically polishing a turd. Because underneath all that shit is a piece of shit. It's polishing a turd when it comes to this bitch. What you see is what you get. And when it comes to this short Elvis looking, pocket Elvis looking motherfucker, it's the same thing. Piece of shit. That's why God made you short. You a short piece of shit. Y'all should see this dude too, man. He be trying to get mad and turn red and walk around mean mugging like he really meant like somebody scared. Man, we used to look at him and just be laughing and turn around and look. Oh, I guess he's mad. I guess he has a little attitude today. Oh, whole ass. This is a straight bitch. Niggas be walking all over this clown. He be sitting up there, be trying to talk shit about people, and then when people come around, he all buddy. But he that type of coworker, y'all. Like, he talks shit about everybody. Then when the motherfucker he talking about come around, he all up in their face acting like he rock with them and shit. He that type of person. It's little. That's why you short. You little as fuck. And a straight hoe. You got hoe in your blood. And you stop needing letting your loved one cut your fucking head. Cause he be fucking your head up. They really be tricking your head up, man. He gonna try to get a mohawk haircut and the mohawk lopsided like a motherfucker. Line up fucked up. But you know, most of them Spanish cats, not all, but some. I'm not too like shout out to my cool Spanish cats that I fuck with. Not this clown. Fuck this weirdo. This a dickhead. But this dickhead fucked up lineup. So one of the coworkers had, as a prank, got elf shoes for another coworker that they think short or whatever. But what he do? He go actually put the shoes on and walk around with the bells clinging around, looking like an actual Santa's helper. He really look like an elf, y'all. He really look like an elf, y'all. He walk around really sucking on a plastic dick. And he can't help it either because that's what he do. He's a whore. What Bun say in Booty Call? Do I smell a whore? You a whore, man. That's why your name whore, hey, bitch. And this stinking hoe. It's a bitch. That's all I got to say. Let me get these clowns up off my screen. But like I said, it was story time. I wanted to kind of give y'all some background on those two individuals. That ain't shit. That ain't gonna amount to shit. And everything that people say about them is true. You know, Sarah, whenever people mention her name, they always make sure they got bitch attached to it. And Jorge, whenever people mention that little fucking name, they make sure they got asshole, or it's a few other little remarks that they use, but I ain't gonna say that because of the YouTube community guidelines. So we're gonna just say, for the sake of better words, do boy, flunky, bootlicker, pump bitch. But that is what it is. If y'all come across this video and see me talking about you and you say, oh, this motherfucker said this about me in a video. Yes, I said this about you and I don't give a fuck. Motherfuck you. That's what I want you to know. If you make it to this end of the video, when I got finished talking about y'all, just the timestamp me saying this to y'all right now. Motherfuck you. Give a fuck how you feel. Give a fuck how you feel. That's why I did this video. So yeah, man, that's my time, y'all. Wanted to kind of give y'all some background of what goes on in reality, and sometimes you just gotta put motherfuckers on blast. So don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you. This is Also Dope Live. This is my time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all subscription, man. This was fun. I was trying to keep it short, but you know, I kind of got in the groove of things, so it is what it is. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, share the channel, sub up. It's gonna be a lot more videos like this of me sharing my thoughts on these fuck ass people that I encounter in reality, plus other topics as well. That won't be solely what this channel on, but we gonna rock though. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all lit. Also Dope Live, gone. Also Dope Live Reloaded, gone.
I got a missed call, I'ma hit you back when I get back from another mission on the route. I can count stacks, this, that, P-Coast, player shit, dope track, roll the veggies in the cone and you know the rest. Only mind the business that pays you. You's a fuck nigga, who the fuck raised you? 100 since day one, what's day two? Never ever let a square pump fake you. I'm back on my rapping shit. The fuckery, I'm still not having it. Still kicking dope shit and I'm passionate. It don't make sense if it's no cash. With this foundation, I'ma build brick by brick. I ain't got time for a little mark ass trick. If it went over your head, then the word was slick. I did my job right on time, I really mastered shit. I had to take a few steps back just to get back. That's a fact. Everything became essential in a snap, like from Thanos, going coast to coast like Space Ghost. I'm the host on my own show. You know how I go. Life gon' be life, and let's enjoy the show. Make every day count. If you know, then you know. Everything dope. Don't forget also that brown grizzly bear. Oh. that's so. I got a missed call, I'ma hit you back when I get back from another mission on the route. I can count stacks, this, that, P-Coast, player shit, dope track, roll the veggies in the cone, and you know the rest. Only mind the business that pays you. You's a fuck nigga, who the fuck raised you? 100 since day one, what's day two? Never ever let a square pump fake you.